Hey everyone, I'm Mr. Game Guy, followed up by my wonderful friend,
Mysterious Peanuts X.
and today just figured, why not? Let's do a nice little retrospective on all the videos we've done so far. So, I guess starting off things smoothly, see, I think the first video we all did together was, what was it? I think it was that, Injustice, what was it? It was Injustice,
It was the Injustice 2 DLC Fighter Pack trailer. That was real dirt. Injustice and chips.
oh yeah, with, Adam, um,
Chantress.
Enchantress, and not Melina.
Not Melina, but the Teenage Mutant Turtle.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, Melina. I mean, we all know that story. Melina definitely got her shot 3 years later, but we'll get to
Yeah.
that when that time comes. But
Yeah.
um, so here's kind of I guess I'm gonna kind of spill the beans on this one. So I remember when we did that video, we already saw the reveal when it came out. So we thought, why not?
Yeah, we.
Go ahead.
I was like, yeah, we did. We just like, we already saw it. I remember when I was watching the whole tournament with my cousin over my house, and we were really so hyped when they revealed it was Ninja Turtles as Street Fighter and everything like that. And I remember you and Ghostman calling me up saying like, "Hey, Pete, are reacting?" It's like, okay.
Yeah, so like, based on like the comments we got from that video, it seemed like people like thought it was genuine though. So hey, I guess we were bad actors at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
But definitely, it was definitely a good thing to recreate, our song girls, and stuff. It was definitely a fun time and everything. And thus the meme was born of hopefully Michael Myers could make it into a fighting.
oh, into another realm game. Hey, there's still evidence of that happening. I'm not completely retiring that idea.
It will happen eventually, probably.
Yeah, it started kind of a nice little running joke with us. I will say though, despite like recreating the whole thing, though, it was still fairly fresh in our mind when we did that. So it's not too hard to, I guess, to recreate a moment that just happened literally 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But I remember that. God, that was around the time when I was really concerned when it came to getting copyright striked, and I put a green filter over there. And I think one of the videos that got that got uploaded though, some people said, "Why the hell is there a green filter? I thought my screen died for a moment."
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that stuff.
It's kind of
Yeah, I understood that part. I was hoping, that people would understand too, like, oh, we don't want to get copyright by, Nether, you know, because we pretty much just re-uploaded like a trailer just with us reacting. But I think we stopped doing that after a while.
yeah. I got to a point though where I got very casual in the editing department. Decided, okay, here's the file. Is everything synced? Good. Does it sound fine here? Good. Here? Good. Here? Good. All right, ship it. Boom. So it was a kind of a point though where it's more, it was kind of a point where once you got past the fun part, you're like, okay, here, slap it all together, it's done. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
But oh well. Okay, so after that, let's see. I think it was around that point when we started doing full on podcasts, I believe.
Yeah, after that, I think Ghostman's just, you know what? We should do this the whole, like a normal thing, like podcast and like that. And I was like, I'm down to do that because, like, even before then, when I met you guys for like a couple months, I came up with the idea, like, hey, we should try like a podcast that talk about like not not something like game related, but like something else like that, and like that probably didn't take that we didn't take this thing until it was like probably like what 2 years after we started doing it. because
Yeah.
of that, reaction to the Injustice 2 Fighter Pack 3. Because of that, and just decided, you know what? Yeah, we had fun. Go ahead and do this.
Yeah. I always kind of laughed at it though, because for the longest time we called ourselves the Doug Trio podcast, but like once Ghostman started becoming very off again, like off again, on again about it, we just decided, you know what? It's just why not rebrand it as the Mister podcast? Because you know you're Mister ESPN knows the X, and I'm Mister Game Guy. It fits. We gotta
Hmm.
we gotta focus on this brand recognition though, because in 5 years we're gonna be selling merchandise of this.
Yeah. And like I was for the longest time I was all like, man, it's like because even without Ghostman, I don't know, just the duo didn't really sound right to me. So I was like, I need to come up with a different name because it seems like Ghostman is not going to be around for that long and stuff because he's just been MIA. That's why we call him Ghostman because he just ghosts out of nowhere. We never heard from him again.
Yeah, yeah,
But
that's
go ahead.
ironic. I'll finish what you're saying.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
Like it's ironic though. Like he's had the name Ghost Man for like ever since like I think we first met him though. But like he's really faithful to that name.
Oh yeah. I was like, now I know why they call him Ghostman because he just turns to a ghost and doesn't come back till like 2 months after. But I mean, respects to Ghostman though, because he's the one that started this whole thing and everything like that. I would understand. Maybe he's going through some stuff that he wants to deal on his own and everything like that. So I'm not like oh he left us behind or anything like that. Nah, we still respect Ghostman. He's been with us. He's been with us since day one.
Yeah, yeah. Like just to clarify, we're not giving him crap for that. Like life comes first. It's the whole stick though. It's just it is kind of funny to like look back at though.
Yeah. And yeah, so like I was like, man, I'm really thinking like what should and I was thinking like the first thing in our usernames is Mr. There's Mr. Guy and there's X. Mr. and Mr. Podcast. And quickly I had to look it up on YouTube. I even Googled it to see if nobody else had that podcast name, and nobody did. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up with Game Guy, and yeah, it just stuck.
It's like here, like I mean, of course, you always gotta like look at this up though. Like whenever you're coming up with these, like okay, like no one's taking this though. There's not gonna be like that one obscene fan of the first Mister podcast coming over saying like, hey, you guys are just a knockoff or whatever. It's like, hey, we got this down. We're not worried about it. We're going right ahead. But I do think it was think it was a nice ring behind our usernames. It's kind of funny how that worked out. But
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I guess moving on from that, it was I think it was around that point where we kind of when Ghostman was kind of out of the picture, we just became the Mister podcast. We started focusing a bit more towards general discussions though, because I think we made about 10 of these. I'm looking at the playlist I got right now, and oh god, we've made over 62 videos. It was that many?
They damn. I think before we just like were talking about certain topics. I think the first thing we did was what was the first thing that we did? Well, after the injustice thing,
Well,
I think we were talking about.
I
I
gotta
need to
pull.
pull up.
Yeah, pull up the playlist though.
Yeah.
There's two different playlists on there though, so be sure you get the one with 62 videos.
Oh yeah, I will. Oh here. After that, we were just discussing the Nintendo Direct back in March 8th of 2018.
That was yeah, that was such like a god. That was back when people were like speculating and theorizing, like, oh my god, we haven't had another direct in a while. Oh, there was the there was the marvelous reveal of Sushi Strikers, the world's best and most anticipated game for Nintendo Switch. So much
The
so,
game of the game of that year, definitely.
so much so that we dedicated a 90-minute podcast of it. And
Yeah.
I don't
I
even know.
remember too. You came up with that idea, so like let's talk about Sushi Striker being the game of the year. We only talked about what, like 5 minutes of it, and the rest of it was just a blank, like blacklist photo or something.
I think so. Yeah. I occasionally it also had these random edits of this one guy I found on YouTube doing kind of like a pose. It was
Oh yeah.
I don't what the hell? I thought I heard fireworks. Yeah, we're recording this on. I'm recording this literally 25 minutes before it changes to 2021. So I keep hearing noises.
Ooh.
I keep hearing noises and thinking someone's at my window. But anyway, but yeah, I don't know why. For whatever reason, I guess we just found the game we found the game concept so ridiculous that it just became kind of like a small inside joke for us when we found it.
I remember too when we were talking about like the stuff that happened in that direct, and I was like, when it was that part time to bring up that game, I was all like, I literally remember what I said. I was all like, is there really something to talk about the next game? I think we just kind of skipped over it. Like, yeah, you know what? No.
It's that entry that just exists, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, and honestly, I think that's just that game's like legacy in history. It exists, and that's it.
Yes. And we made that a few times with like other stuff that we've pretty much talked about, or pretty much whatever movies we've pretty much reviewed and everything, or like that it exists. We made that joke a couple times.
Yeah, I would definitely go through that. So I guess we can start talking about this is gonna be disjointed as hell though, so don't expect any sort of an order. But I guess going on to a lot of the movies we started covering for our sort of Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of knockoff we had going on because apparently that show owns the trademark of making fun of movies. It doesn't. Anyway.
No, it
I would have to say though, I was kind of surprised with how many of the movies we ended up reviewing. There weren't too many of them that just flat out bored us, and I'm kind of surprised.
No,
I mean we did.
I think because
Go ahead.
I think it's because the movies we chose, we knew going in. It's like, oh, there's gonna be a bad movie, but it's good. Like we didn't ended up choosing. I think the only boring one that we ever done was Doom. That was the only one. The rest of them were just like so bad, but so good and laughable to make fun of.
Yeah, well, even then, Doom still had that scene where it like does like a one-to-one recreation of the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
and I would have to say, like, I don't think there was definitely a few boring moments throughout there. There was there was also Kurt Cameron's Left Behind, which that
was the first one he ever did. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was freaking. It was the best Hercules movie. That's the one.
Yeah, the Hercules movie.
But,
Go ahead.
But Left Behind, yeah. But Left Behind, yeah, that was something else.
Like combined with like the amount of freaking like, oh god, it's coming back to me. The amount of freaking recording issues we had during that, because that was around the point where we were still doing Rabbit, and we had like a billion syncing issues with like the movie playing. It was just a headache to record through, and the movie itself was very. I mean, it's a Rapture film. I mean, and it's not a Rapture film that really does anything more with the concept aside from it's Rapture. Okay, it happened. It's not really a fun movie. You just watched it and like, okay, Kurt Cameron is in a post-apocalyptic event, unlike the one that he caused later on.
Oh yeah.
But I will say the highlight of it was definitely the last 5 minutes with Gordon Curry. And I think I said this in the original video, but like there's no point of even watching the movie if you want to have fun with it. Just go on YouTube and find the clip of Gordon Curry as the Antichrist, which I almost kind of hate saying that the best part of a Rapture film is the Antichrist, though, but what more could you have said with that thing, too? And the sad thing I heard, though, is that the Nicolas Cage Left Behind variant isn't even any better. Like, Nicolas Cage does not freak out or yell or scream or do anything remotely entertaining in it. Like, anything remotely entertaining with it, so like you kind of just struck out with a lot of these films if you want any sort of fun, lasting appeal.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember watching the Cinema Snob review of Nicolas Cage Left Behind, and from the look of it, I was just like, yeah, this is not the Nicolas Cage I know and love.
He's very calm, very reserved. He does what a pilot needs to do in a serious situation like this. You know, everything you would not want him to be.
Yes, exactly.
I mean,
so that's why it's like, you know what? If you want to watch a really, somewhat good, like, Rapture film, the original Left Behind is for you.
Yep, I mean, I don't follow the subject at all. I'm personally not interested in it, though, but I guess if you want something that goes on about it, sure. But if you want a fun flick, just don't bother. It's like it's like watching The Godfather and expecting it to go guns blazing. Like, you're just not gonna get it. Oh god, freaking Left Behind. I guess to backtrack back to the best Hercules movies we did, which, oh my lord, the best Hercules movie. Would you believe that's like the freaking fourth? I've seen that movie like 4 times already.
I remember that day too. Was like the first time I ever watched it. I'm like, they did not take their time freaking animating this film.
Well, it's definitely like you take a look at it, and it definitely seemed like it was one of those. Excuse me. It was definitely one of those rush job knockoff flicks you see when something was made popular, because the little information I've been able to find on that piece of garbage movie was that it was made around the same time as the Disney Hercules one. I'm thinking, oh, well, it's a cash grab. You know what you're going with this one.
Yep.
But, the best Hercules movie, like, you kind of look at it and you just kind of just think to yourself, what more do you want from something like this? I'll give credit where credit is due, though. There was that odd 3D transition, which oddly enough did not look that bad for the time, at least. There's just that one scene right there, and no other part of the film is like that.
Yeah.
It's like, did they spend like the rest of the budget on that? Like, what gives? Oh god, the best Hercules movie. I still can't believe I own a copy of that damn thing.
Oh yeah, I remember you did tell me you did own it.
Oh, there's an achievement right there. I'm one of the 5 people on the planet that actually remembers the legacy that this film has. Although I regretfully informed to say that I still can't decide whether or not I think this is worse than Hercules in New York, Arnold Schwarzenegger's first flick.
Oh man, I remember that one completely.
I still remember the freaking thumbnail like I made for it too, though. Hold on, let's see if I can find it.
Oh yeah.
God, it was such like a perfect alignment right here. Oh god, here it is. It works.
Oh boy.
It works so well.
Yes, it does.
Oh my god. But anyway, on to the film itself. The history for like the film and Arnold Schwarzenegger in general is kind of interesting, though, because this was like, of course, before Arnold made his big break, and he was like told multiple times, like while he was filming, saying that he had to get rid of his accent, or otherwise he was not going to make it anywhere.
Yeah, I remember it completely. I remember too, like, oh my god, especially before we started. First time we recorded, and like the couple of times, was we just ran into the version of him being dubbed by somebody else. It
Yeah.
was hard. It was really hard for us to find that the original version of him, of his voice.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like, okay, I get why they dubbed over it because blah 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 accent, whatever. But like for whatever reason, the original like take with Arnold's voice is like you gotta search for that thing, and I don't know why they made it so abundantly difficult to find.
I know it was. Well, what did we ended up doing? Just like we found it on Solar Movie or something like that, or like did we like ended up finding a cop like one in?
I think it was one, two,
I don't
three
remember.
movies, but it depends.
I think it was 1, 2, 3. It took us a while to freaking find the actual version we wanted, rather than the one where his lines are dubbed over by somebody else.
But man, as for the movie itself, I mean, aside from it though, just I mean, kind of having all of the signs of just a low budget film from the what was it, the 70s, or I think it was the 60s. I don't remember when that movie was made. I think it was the late 70s. Aside from having all the signs of a low budget film, the film itself is just kind of okay. Arnold's going for the motions. He's look at him, he jumps yeah, he's really jumping that far. He's really lifting that car.
Just everything about that movie was wow, and I think just the whole thing was just kind of like every single scene was like a chase scene or something. Like
Yeah.
somebody ended up chasing Arnold Schwarzenegger throughout New York.
Yeah, you said that like in the original video. The whole movie just feels like this one big chase and like what?
Yep.
Like who out there is on the man to just go after this big
Yeah.
this big beefy Austrian man? He's not that important. Actually, considering the
Yeah.
legacy he would have later on, maybe he is that important. I don't know. They had a vision within the future. They looked into the lens of
Mhm.
truth from Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. But anyway, despite the horrible Hercules movies, looking at like a lot of the stuff we've seen so far, though, I am kind of glad to see that we did pick out a few decent films out there, like the Megaman fan made film, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like that one, you could. I think it was like abundantly clear how much of a passion project that one was, and I swear to God, like why did the guy who was playing Wily in that film you could just tell he was having too much fun in that role.
Oh yeah. He definitely and all the sweat, all his sweatiness that helped the help. Well, I mean, seriously, why was he sweating? That's what I always wondered throughout that whole film. But I mean, he definitely had a fun time in that role. And just everyone in general, like even though yeah, it was a passion project, I'm not gonna bag on it. Some casting choice. I mean, everyone had looked like they had a good time. So.
Yeah, well, it's a different story when it's like a high like when it's a high budget professional production, but when it's definitely something that you're doing out of love, though. Like I mean, you can only say so much about it though without coming off as kind of jerky or whatever.
Hmm.
But oh well. But I guess looking at all of these though, on a objective technical standpoint, out of all of the films we've looked at, and you know what, just for to make things more interesting, let's include the ones that we sadly couldn't get videos out. What do you think was like
Oh.
the worst movies? Like objectively, like technically built as films were the worst. Just regardless of how fun they were to watch.
Um, this one movie that sadly never made it, The Amazing Bulk.
Uh, the whole thing. The whole, I'm so sad that recording never made it out, Bo. But you can
Yeah.
the amazing bulk. I was I was wondering I think the whole goal when they were making that whole thing was how how little how not non-convincing can we make this film appear as? How little of the
Yeah.
experience can be put into this and take you out of it? It even like says it on like the DVD box art. This is the room equivalent to superhero flicks. Like no, this makes the room look competent compared to this.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Nothing. I don't think there was like one aspect of that film that looked remotely convincing in the slightest.
Yeah, no.
Oh god, I think like the official like rating I gave for it though was like an infinity out of 10. Like you can watch that movie as many times as you want, and you will still find just one little detail out there. Like it's, you gotta like. I want someone to like scan through that thing though with like a full on like 3D printer and just print out every little single thing that could have been done to improve that thing.
Mm. Yep.
Oh my lord, the amazing bulk. That one definitely would have been on the worst list though. God, there were so many choices though. I guess it didn't help though that we picked so many movies that we knew were abundantly bottom of the barrel. God, there was Birdemic. That movie has definitely earned its infamy.
Oh yeah.
Although, I will say the story behind it is kind of sad. I'm not sure if you remember this though, but the whole story with James Nguyen though, and how he's very passionate and centric about producing a Hollywood feature presentation. But man, oh man, you can definitely see the guy's heart is in the right place, but you just look at the whole situation and I just can't help but feel bad for him.
Oh yeah. I remember I came across that little like document about him and everything like that, and I was like, God damn, dude, this guy was very serious about his stuff and everything, and how he wanted to become a, really well-known director. That
Yeah,
makes it, dude, like, really feel bad for the guy.
it's like,
Even when, even,
go ahead.
even, even when I think they had in the documentary, they had, I guess, like a Hollywood producer, like an agent, talk to him and everything like that. But I guess he never took his advice and everything. Like he pretty much gave him good advice, but he didn't take it and everything, and that's really sad. Just like, what the hell ever happened to the guy? Like, you never heard from him again ever since after Birdemic too.
Yeah, the whole situation is like hearing a kid who like drew like a kid who drew a picture on crayons, and they want to get that, and they work so hard and passionately to get their picture in a museum. That's how it felt
Mm-hmm.
like.
Mm-hmm.
So best of wishes to James Nguyen though, but like it almost like again though, it almost like every time I think of that movie, it almost makes me like feel like I almost feel kind of bad for laughing at it though, but I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, oh well, it is what it is. But anyway, moving
Mm-hmm.
on. Now I'm depressed. I mean, aside from
Oh.
other things than in life to be depressed about, but I mean, we've already gone over about that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, but aside from Birdemic, let's see. Other films that definitely met the bottom of the barrel were, oh god, that that fucking Joshua and the Promised Land movie. Okay, that movie, like, again, that was another one that definitely, I think the guy definitely had his heart in the right place though. But again, like, the guy had to at least take one look at his film and just say, maybe there's some work left to be done. You remember the one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I get the intentions they're going for, dude, but no, you can't ship this out. Because he did. He managed to get this thing shipped out on DVD, and it took him 4 years. I mean that.
Hey.
Go,
Hey.
go ahead.
If the Wisdom Tree can ship out unlicensed NES games, then these guys can ship out a story about Joshua and the Promised Land.
Okay, fair enough. Oh god.
Oh man, I remember that day too. I remember the Resident Evil 2 remake was gonna come out that day, and I was planning on getting it early and stuff. And I remember I was all like, okay, one quick movie won't hurt, right? And as soon as like I was all like, and then, like I remember too, freaking, I had to take the last bus. The last bus was like, I think like around like 8 o'clock and stuff. So I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like,
Uh-huh. Are you still there, Ernesto? Oh no. Oh no, it's doing the glitch again. Oh. Oh fuck. Oh, damn it. Hello?
what?
Oh. Yeah, I gotcha. Sorry.
It did that glitch again?
Yeah, I don't know why. They keep doing, for whatever reason, this glitch keeps happening though, where your icon like glows green, like you're talking, but nothing comes out.
No, yeah. So, what part did you hear?
You were on the bus and you were ready to get Resident Evil 2 remake.
Oh yeah, I was. The last bus was like around 8 o'clock and everything. So I'm like, okay, by the time this movie's done, I'll definitely make my way to the bus, go to GameStop and stuff, get Resident Evil 2 remake. And I remembered I come home because I literally like bike ride all the way from GameStop to my apartment and stuff. And whoo boy, I was tired, but like we ended up doing like the extra deleted scene or something like that of the movie.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Yeah, we did take a break from that. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh god, and just like that whole freaking like that whole time too was just it was around that point like when you got back I finally finally forgot about the whole thing and then we saw it again like oh no it's back.
Yeah. Oh man. I remember too showing it to my wife. Like, what are you guys watching? I'm like, Joshua in the Promised Land.
What is this? Is this thing complete? No, no, it's not done. It's still going. It never ends. Okay, like in all seriousness, like as iffy as the film was, like we did definitely had a blast laughing at it.
Yeah. Give me a minute, bro. Hold on, bro.
All right, take your time. All right.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead.
Anyway, proceed.
What was I talking? Oh yeah. So Joshua in the Promised Land. Um, oh man, I think that one was famous for the birth of the no, no
Oh,
meme in the server.
oh, yep, yep. You can look at that scene. It works in so many scenarios too.
It definitely does. Like, you talk like I don't know, like if like a questionable call by a video game developer on a certain game, or like a certain or if like somebody's gonna make a movie about a video game that or something, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
works in different scenarios and everything. But you guys know what I mean. But man, oh man, that movie, oh man, it was just really poorly animated. Um, I knew what they were gonna go with, trying to like I get a lot of these projects with religious stuff and everything like that. They try and spread the gospel, the message of a certain Bible story and everything like that. But I mean, it's just like, ugh, ugh. It just ends up not being a great movie.
Yep. And all of the very And we can't forget some of the scenes in that movie, which could be taken out of context super hard, but I'm not going to bring that up because I want to make this channel at least a bit, a bit more humble. But anyway, moving
Mr.
on.
Game, Mr. Game Guy channels for good boys and girls.
Oh god, no, not until I start, not when I started playing Mogeko Castle. It wasn't. Oh god, but anyway, Joshua in the Promised Land. You know it, you love it. God, what other films we did on there? I think other films like oh god, the Mario movie. I guess to take a small moment from the Mario movie, I think that was probably one of some of the most fun we ever had when it came to doing a movie.
I think this was like the day before the Super Bowl. I remember when they were doing the huddle scene and everything. I'm like, it was all like, they're definitely ready for the Super Bowl tomorrow.
Afterwards, like you got your hype juices like just blowing up to like the full static.
Yeah. But that one, I definitely had a good time doing everything. And that was really surprisingly probably like the only movie out of all the movies that we did. Well, the feature length a movie that came out in theaters that wasn't taken down due to copyright.
I think so. Oh crap. Never mind, it got taken down.
Ah, boy. For the longest time, it was, whoo, buddy. Oh, well. It had a good run.
Oh, well. But, yeah, I think definitely a lot of the bigger movies or more popular movies definitely got taken by copyright. But, on YouTube, I mean, what do you expect?
And, it's for the longest time, too. Like, every single time, like, I stopped by to watch, like, the older videos that we did. I remember, like, for the longest time, we were able to watch the Super Mario movie on YouTube that we did, and I guess just finally took it down, I guess.
So yeah, I don't get it though, but whatever. But like the Mario movie in general, it was one of those movies that like, yeah, once you learn the history and all of the hell that Bob Hoskins went through it though, it definitely kind of does sting a little though. But looking at the end result though, it's still a damn good time.
It was, but man, dude, like hearing about how like John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins took shots of vodka like in between takes, and freaking Bob Hoskins getting stabbed while filming and everything. I'm like, holy crap, dude! Like these guys went through a lot behind the scenes.
Yeah, he was stabbed. He was electrocuted. Like my god, like no freaking wonder they hated it.
Yeah.
Like it's stuff like that that like makes you feel bad for enjoying the movie so much though, but I guess if there's one thing to show though, I guess it shows that all of their effort was not in vain though. So, sorry Bob Hoskins, rest in peace. But good job, John Leguizamo. You guys, your effort was not in vain.
Especially the infamous. Fuck, who played Bowser again?
Oh, Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. There we go. Yeah, Dennis Hopper, the infamous Dennis Hopper, who did a phenomenal job.
Oh god, why does he replicate like real world politics so damn well in that fucking movie?
I think a lot of people made the whole like he looked like Donald Trump joke.
Yeah, it's almost kind of uncanny like how like close that ended up turning out though, but oh well.
That conversation probably for not another time.
Yeah. But oh well. But anyway, the Mario movie, I'll give it credit where credit is due. Oh, I almost forgot. The freaking damn it, Ernesto, I have no idea like how you thought of this, but the freaking scene where they fly out the mattress and they go out the pipe, and you started singing the Aladdin song, I Can Show You the World. Probably one of the funniest moments we ever had on this damn show.
Oh my god. I don't know where I came up there from. I think it's because at the time that movie came, that we saw that movie, I think I was pretty hyped up about for the Aladdin remake, live action remake. So that's probably why I sang it. It just reminded me so much. Because we're like in the mattress and like flying carpet. I can show you the world.
It works so damn well too.
It does.
And no amount of Blueberry Will Smith can ruin that.
Yes. I was just like perfect timing on my part.
It was, yeah. But anyway, like sideline wise, like the Mario movie, like as awful as the movie. Okay, it's not super awful, like at least not compared to what we've seen.
It's not as bad as people make it out to be. Honestly,
yeah,
I will say this. I'm not saying this because like I'm a fan of the Mario game, thing like that. It was an okay. It was an okay movie. Honestly, it was more of like a 90s cheese type movie and everything, and it was
yeah.
still pretty enjoyable for what it was. I get they were trying to go with something different, but I mean, it's like honestly, like how can you make a Mario movie? How can you bring the actual characters into it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it was.
Of course, they're like, if anything, if they were gonna do that, they might as well have made a movie about the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Yeah, like it's despite being like made like 8 years within the franchise, it was still at a point where they still like didn't know how to adapt Mario. Like for the love of God, I think it was a year afterwards when we got the famous "Nice of the princess to invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi?"
I hope she has lots of spaghetti.
Oh God! So it was definitely still kind of an experimental take, and it's more of just a case of you just kind of watch the film and you don't judge it for what it isn't, but you just judge it for see what it tries to be. Because for as little as it adapts from the games, though, like there's so many subtle references to what was supposed to be the case. Like the freaking bouncer at the bar is Big Bertha, the fish that eats you. So like, huh? You know.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, like I think, like James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, said it best. It didn't exactly do a good job at adapting Mario, but it sure did a great job parodying it.
Yeah, like again, it was the '90s. It was a different time. A lot of these adaptations just ended up being like a gritty version of itself. We had the Super Mario movie. We had Double Dragon, even though that game kind of seemed like it was going to be a gritty movie either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you guys definitely want to watch a really good, till this day, a really good video game, a movie based off a video game, then Mortal Kombat is for you.
Oh, no doubt about that. The Mortal Kombat movie was, man, I don't know why. Like, I'm sorry, Nostalgia Critic. Okay, actually, I'm not sorry because people are still on the fence with him, but that movie was,
That movie was awesome. It still holds up till this day.
yeah. Yes, it does. But I guess final thoughts on the Mario movie. It's one of the few times I would say I ironically.
It was definitely one of. It was definitely.
Go ahead.
It was definitely one of the best movies we saw in the show.
Yeah, it's one of the few times I would say I ironically and unironically love something.
Mm-hmm, yes.
Oh God! One of these days, I gotta watch that. I gotta read that follow-up comic they did like years later. Like, I gotta check that out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. You showed me like right after.
I only read.
I remember I read a little bit of it and I was actually pretty enjoying it and stuff.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see like how the hell do you push something like that further? But oh well, maybe one of these days I'll do I'll do a review on it though. But that's if I can get back into the swing and actually get the next few videos I want to get done though. But that's a subject for another time. But anyway. So okay, let's see. So after that though, what else do we have on the show? Oh Lord. Okay, I'm gonna make this one brief. But remember Dungeons and Dragons with ah, fuck. Well, who was it? Jeremy Irons. There we go.
Jeremy Irons. Oh yes. Who could forget that one?
Okay, that one I felt kind of bad for though because that one I also had a billion problems trying to film, And it's such a shame as well, though, because like the Mario movie, it's one of those flicks that you just turn on and you just shut your brain off and just watch the madness happen.
hmm And honestly, it's like one of those. It's like, how do you even adapt a movie to a role-playing game where you just pretty much there's no set main character, there's no set characters. It's a game where you role play with a bunch of friends. Like, oh, you're the wizard, I'm the knight, you're gonna be the evil guy, and everything. Your
Mm-hmm.
name is gonna be this. I'm gonna name myself this, and you're gonna name yourself that, and stuff. Like, how do you make a movie of that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's how do choose your own adventure. Well, these guys they figured, well, let's take all the basic elements and make a movie. We don't need to make our own story or adapt much of making a story. We're gonna do it, and they did, and the movie was an absolute cheese fest of a flick. Jeremy Irons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think Jeremy Irons really knew what the hell he was trying to do. Well, no, okay, he knew what he was trying to do, but it was more of, can I take you remotely seriously? No, I can't. I can't take any aspect of this remotely open like Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons was definitely the one who took this thing seriously. Other ones were just like, oh, we're going to be in this bad movie. Not going to even try. Phone it in and stuff. But Jeremy Irons just went all out.
Oh, God. Oh, you want to talk about phoning in, though? Freaking George Clooney's role in Batman and Robin. I don't think I actually uploaded that video. Well, hey, I'll put the download link for it in this video. How about that?
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah.
But anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. Not too much else to say. Let's see. What other flicks have we done on this show? Oh God.
Oh, you can't forget about the infamous Io Oni.
Oh no! No! Oh!
Oh boy.
Um, I'm just gonna.
What was even that film?
I'm just gonna let your I'm just gonna let your your quotes from the video sum it up. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Fuck.
What kind of an ending was that? Till this day, I still wonder what kind of ending was. A little bit of a backstory. I remember we did a conversation of what was it? It was the first time I like heard about IO, even the game in general. I think we're talking about top 5 creepypastas or something like that. I think it was some.
Oh yeah.
I think it was that. I think we were talking about top 5 creepypastas, and you mentioned that. And you mentioned IO Oni and stuff like the game and everything like that, and that you were talking about like, oh, that this game happened to have a movie adaptation only in Japan, and I was all like, we really did? And I remember like we talked about like for the longest time, having it on the show and everything like that, and we finally got to it. And I remember too, freaking the first like I was at work while recording, while we were recording, but I was a security guard at the time, so I didn't really do much. So I could get away with recording videos.
And yeah,
Hello.
Yeah. Anyway, you were a security guard at the time, and the Io Oni movie, like I wasn't like exactly expecting much because the game itself, it's a survival horror game at basic and most pure form. Okay, you're in a building. Get out of it. There's a monster. Run away from it. Occasionally there's puzzles. Solve them. Story. Don't get caught. Boom. It's the most clear-cut, bare-bones survival horror game you could possibly make. How do you fuck up a movie this badly about it?
Oh man, I don't know much about the IO Oni games or anything like that. But from what you said, I'm pretty sure you were not a fan.
Just like, okay, I played the game. The game, like, it's the most bare basic, like, to the bone survival horror game there is. You just play it and you just do it. That's literally it. There's no kind of flavor, coloring, or anything. It's the purest form of a horror game you can ask for. So how do you just like the whole movie itself just kind of runs into the aspect of, okay, we're doing what we can, we're doing this movie, it's like the game, and then all of a sudden we're ripping off Sixth Sense. The kid's dead. He was just dead the whole time. Main character kid, he was dead, but like nobody knew. And this other guy that was also part of the group, he was responsible for it too. But like he gets like killed off instantly once they find it off. So okay, the monster's still chasing them. We'll run away. We'll go. It's going right ahead, and it was just them playing the game. The whole thing was just an exaggerated version of them playing the game. What? Huh? What part? Where in the writing creative process did they feel that would be a fair conclusion? Like, if the ending was, like, at least somewhat decent, then okay, sure. I mean, the movie would have probably been forgettable, but okay then. But I guess they thought, no, we gotta do something in this movie to make it somewhat memorable. So let's just make the whole thing completely, utterly pointless. People will remember the movie if we do that.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked. You know what? Props to you, creators. It freaking worked. It was enough for this god-awful movie to get a sequel, which I haven't seen, and I'm not going to bother checking out.
I was going to say, it's like, well, I know what the next movie's going to be. Just kidding.
No, that's...
Oh, man. But yeah, that movie was just, like, out of my time just watching, like, every single movie, man, that ending was just the worst ever. Like, it just... There was no point in, like, anything else. Like, there was no point of it. Like, that scene where they're just sitting down, like, you know, talking about... I think they were, like, sitting down there. I think they were talking about the game on the laptop and everything like that.
Uh-huh.
And then just everything else that happened after that just didn't matter. And, like, you go and then you just cut to the ending. That, and from whatever happened before that, that's all that ever existed. Just everything else after that point and everything, just the whole plot where, like, the kid was dead the whole time, it did not matter. Like, everything about the movie didn't matter.
Nope.
That ending just really pissed me off.
It's the equivalent of telling you, okay, you wasted your whole time, nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. And it was not solved in any sort of satisfying conclusion. Like, why? Why even make the movie?
But I won't say that this is the hour or how long the movie was. How long was the movie?
Let me look at it.
It was like
the film itself was about an hour 15 minutes.
All right, so that I would say like just an hour and 50. I'll never get back. But honestly, again, while recording that episode, I was at work. I was a security guard. I didn't do much. All I ever did was just sit on my guard shack and just pretty much watch YouTube videos. So that's all I do. That's all I did back then.
To be fair,
honestly, it was more of, hey, that just killed one. Go home.
It was the equivalent of like watching a film while you're on a plane. Like, it's not good, but it's something to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. It's like, oh, you know, you're in a plane, or like you're trying to kill time, you know, waiting on something. One of those.
Yeah, it's just so. Oh well, you heard it here, folks.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, you basically said it. I mean, at least it's not insulting, though, so I guess if you want to see something and just have you kill time, check it out, I guess. Maybe watch it with some friends.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid you have to see this by yourself. Oh, Lord. Anyway, moving on from that garbage film, let's see, oh God, Inspector Gadget. Have you ever seen a movie or any sort of video out there that's just on constant caffeine? Every shot, it's just like, that's how it was like watching that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's like slow down. Like, how come, like, anybody I talk to when it comes to that movie, nobody talks about its fucking pacing issues. Like, for the love of God, I don't even get a second to process what's going on.
It was just very fast paced and everything. I think the nostalgia critic said it best. It's what did he say again?
I think he did bring it up actually. Here, let me just analyze this one scene. One Mississippi. It wasn't even a full second. What was up with that cut?
And the film.
I think I know what you're talking about. But and there was also like a constant formula: horribly edited slapstick, a wide-angle shot of someone going, "Huh," and Matthew Broderick looking like an idiot.
Yep. It was definitely that line right there. That pretty much summarizes the movie.
That too. And imagine it's being played at times 1.5. That's how it felt like to watch that piece of good. Okay, it wasn't that bad. In all honesty, it wasn't that bad, but it was like that's how it felt like watching that thing. Like, God.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst, honestly, but it was just ugh.
Yeah.
It was an okay film. I think it was like for kids, but like for adults, definitely, or people who grow up watching the cartoons and everything, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, what's the next film you want to bring up this time? Because I've been picking a lot of them.
Ooh, I'm surprised you didn't bring this one up. Near Death.
Oh. Okay, that one was probably one of the most fun we ever had. Because I think that's one of those movies that's like, it's fully aware that it's low budget, but it's still like, oh no, guys, we can make this work. Don't trust me, we can make this work. Come on, just give it your all. Give it your all. It's everyone just, they're in a horrible low budget film, but they're still trying their hardest to make it convincing. That's how that film felt for me.
Yep. Everything else just like horribly acted, and the way they freaking treated women in that movie.
Oh God!
It's like really.
Well, it's got like all of the horror movie cliches. It's got like every bad horror movie cliche and every horror movie trope you could possibly ask for in there. Misogynistic? Check. Horribly horribly basic plot? Check. Plot that like a possible loophole of how they can get out of the situation, but they don't do it? Chickaroony. Like, so much of that film though, like, ranged from like cheese to wooden to robotic. There's so much in that film that could have just like characters. You could just get away from these guys. Like, the whole plot synopsis with these undead, vain actors from the 40s or whatever. Like, how the hell did they survive so long? They can't leave the house. They don't have a phone. They can't access their mailbox. They have no outside communication. So how the freaking hell are they eating people to survive?
Exactly. Oh, yeah, they have somebody doing it for them.
Okay, and how did they get access to him? What did they do before him? And what was the plan before? And what was their plan if the money?
That is true.
Yeah, and what was their plan if the money ran out? Like, or if Marky just stopped showing up one day? And what did they even do before him? Hire another crazy person? Was it Marky's dad? Is Marky's whole family just the Biff Tannen of this universe, though, who just lives an entire family legacy of selling corpses to people? Okay, yeah, I totally did. I did steal that line from Cute Fuzzy Weasel, but anyway, go on.
There was just so many like plot holes into that freaking movie. I think you just summarized it best, and it's just almost everything about it, like the way freaking they made women easy and stuff.
Oh God!
Just Marky having those freaking weird pickup lines and everything. Like, hey girl, wanna come to my house? Ooh, I'm so turned on. I'm like, no, that's not how it fucking works.
How transparent that this guy is. Like, this guy was the most transparent womanizer out there.
Yeah. It's like, and then like, oh my God, like, even like I don't even know, zombie, freaking vampires or man, I don't even know what they call them in that movie. Oh man. Just I think that one guy freaking just screaming on the top, like overacting. What was the one that was that line he said? He was like,
Let's see.
"Quiet down! I'm doing my research."
And that's what he had to say when he spot them. It was that, and there was nothing around the lines of, "Who the hell are you people? Get out of my house!" Fucking hell. That goddamn movie. Okay, again, you basically summarized it at best at the end of that film. Just go check it out. The whole movie is just like Jello, like cherry Jello covered in chocolate syrup. Yeah, it's awful for you, but at the same time, you just can't help but taking a taste of it and just experiencing it for yourself.
Yeah. And I just really surprised not a whole lot of people know about this. Like, I'm surprised not the nostalgia critic, the cinema snob, or like any other movie review
Yeah,
freaking has not done a review about this film.
yeah, it's like for how laughably bad it is, it's surprisingly obscure. Like I think more people need to check this thing out, though. It definitely deserved its role in the Hall of Fame, in the Golden Hall of Fame of garbage horror movies.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. Let's see. I guess on the topic of crappy horror, and moving away from movies, or at least taking a small detour from movies. You want to talk about My Immortal?
Oh, that really bad fan fiction that we freaking gone through throughout every chapter.
Oh, I still can't believe we read the whole damn thing too, and it was not short either.
It wasn't short, and there were times like I like look back at that video, those couple videos that we did, and I'm just like, man, we almost gave up.
There's so many times I wanted to quit.
Me too. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna quit already. But I'm like, you know what? We've been through worse. We've seen bad movies, so we could get through this.
Yeah, in a sad way, like this wasn't the worst thing like we've seen. I think it was just more of a case of it wasn't so much like getting through it that was bad. It was just that we had to read through it. We had to put conscious effort of decoding and distinguishing what was going on for this 14-year-old emo teenager.
What we had to do to decode the misspelling.
Oh my god. Okay, I want to make myself clear. I'm not good with words at all. But looking at this, though, felt like I was being insulted.
Yeah, same here. Oh man, like I just love whenever like she brings up bloody tears, you would put the music over.
Oh, the
Those are
Castlevania
definitely
one.
my favorite. Yeah, those are definitely my favorite parts.
Well, you know what? Hey, don't mind me. That's just like kind of like my small little calls for help. Where, please, I want to see something that partially resembles quality in this freaking video. Please help me.
Yeah. And I just saw like each and every single time we bring it up, like the more chapters we go through, the more the bloody tears sound distorted. I definitely love that touch.
At that point, I was literally crying blood. Yeah, it just fully emphasizes like the pursuit over this bit of insanity we over. But anyway, My Immortal. You ever you ever wanted to read something and just say you ever just wanted to read and just say no. I don't want to be brighter. I don't want to give food to my brain. I just want to sit back and fully indulge in this. Oh my lord. Oh god. Anyway, My Immortal. Thank you, Ebony Dementio Raven Way Death. I don't even remember what her name was. Oh god. I know we did read a few other fan fictions on here. I think we wasn't there like a Metal Gear one we did a while ago.
Oh yeah, Metal Gear. What's it? Fuck, I forgot what's it called, but yeah, I remember.
I forgot like what video it was too though, but like giving it.
It was I think it was during the Creepypasta podcast video that we did.
Oh yeah, that one. I'll give props to that one. It was a lot shorter. It had less typos, and it had a story that we could follow. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't go off topic multiple times. It didn't change how the characters were in universe. And oh god, okay. I almost forgot. Remember that point at like near the end of the fan fiction where some troll just completely hijacks the story and tells their own ending
yeah.
of it. There was no bit of
Yeah.
that. There was no bit of that happened in the Metal Gear one. So I'll give props to that one, at least having a story that functioned as a story. But that's not to say that one was still good in any way.
Mhm.
But anyway, yeah, there was the Metal Gear one. I don't think we read any more fan fictions. And if we did, I can't remember them.
I think we did it. I we did it. I think at one point we did want to read some other ones and stuff, but we never got around to.
I think that is the case, yeah. But anyway, I guess moving on from that point onwards, oh freaking lord. Oh no, I forgot about this one. Oh god. Okay, so you know how many of the films we did though always kind of ran into the same tropes of poor acting, poor effects, just poor overall quality of what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine watching a movie that had legitimate talent and good acting, but nothing was happening. That was basically Gladiformers.
Oh. Oh man.
The whole time, like,
Oh man, that definitely was one of the ones that we have a good time doing.
that wasn't a movie. It was a freaking audio drama with some laughing group of nutnuts showing off his whole 3D modeling skills. That's not a movie. There was very few. I think there was like a collection of like maybe 2 minutes of the fucking models moving, like actually animating. The whole thing was just exhibition and constant back and forth bickering of Jason Griffith going, "By God, bots, I will destroy you by the me, Julius Drive, will strike you down by the hearts of things." Like, I don't fucking care. Stop talking about it. Actually do something, you piece of shit. Fucking film.
And then there's the infamous Dan Green. Give it to me. Give it to me now.
No, you get nothing. You are giving me nothing. Why are you asking me to provide you a service when you can't even give me a movie? God.
Oh man.
I get, like, even though, like,
Give it to me. Give it to me now.
No. No. Oh, he gave it to me all right though. Oh, but fucking Gladiformers just... Man, oh man, Gladiformers. It's a unique kind of bad, too. And honestly, like, had the film had, like, half-decent animation and actually had animation to show, like, it probably, like, would have not have been that bad, or at least that like, at least not that much of a stick out, though, but... Hey, it stuck out in its own way, so not much else I could say from there.
Mm.
But anyway,
Yeah.
you pick the next entry. What else do you want to go? What else do you want to go on about?
All right. Let me see here. Let me go back to the playlist real quick. The Wacky Adventures of Ronald
Oh
McDonald.
no! No! Oh god!
The
No! Oh my god!
Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald.
Okay, technically speaking, that one doesn't even count, since technically that isn't even a movie. Although, to be fair, we did bring up fan fiction, so fuck, I guess we're already breaking the rules, but anyway, go ahead.
Oh man, I remember like they were promoting this show. I do remember that Nickelodeon was promoting this show because it was made by the same guys who did Rugrats, and I just never got around to seeing the actual show. I remember that McDonald's around that time definitely had the Happy Meals for the show, but I don't know, for some reason I just never got around to seeing it. And oh my god, those first 3 episodes, wow.
Like, again, it's kind of just like just on a case where, yeah, like, it's not objectively like badly acted, and the animation isn't too bad, but so much of the subject matter though was just, it was almost kind of hard to watch in a way.
It was just kind of like a promotion to McDonald's, if anything, like the kind of like the Wizards did with pretty much all the Nintendo titles and everything
Yeah,
like that.
that's how it felt like. Yeah.
It was more like a promotional type thing rather than an actual. That's all it was, and it's like you're McDonald's. You're the highest paying You're probably like the highest grossing fast food joint in all of the world and everything. Why would you go around your way asking the people who made the Rugrats make a cartoon show for you guys when you guys have commercials popping up every few seconds in every single channel out on TV?
Yeah. Is it just a case of you just want to maximize your profits? Well, quite honestly, you ain't maximizing much at all. I don't think I'm ever going to want to go back to McDonald's after seeing half of these. I mean, to be fair, I don't eat at
Well,
that place
trust me,
at all. Go ahead.
I've been working there for 3 years, and yeah, it's gotten to that point where I don't want anything from McDonald's.
I'm not asking anything anymore. I'm not cleaning your stupid ice cream machine because the fucking thing, I remember you told me, it's a pain in the ass to clean, so no fucking wonder it's never working.
Yeah, it is, because we have to pretty well, for people who didn't watch the video, pretty much. And here's the secret: probably I'll freaking get struck down by the McDonald's ninjas. But the reason why the quote unquote ice cream machine is always broken is because it's not clean, and because we're too lazy to clean it, because we pretty much have to take out every single part that's inside the ice cream maker. So that's why. And it's a hassle to do all that, because you literally there's a lot of stuff to take out, and it's a hassle to clean just pretty much everything in it and stuff. That's why we always say the ice cream machine is that it's not actually down.
But
it's up and running, but we're just too lazy to clean the machine.
by that point, you might as well build your own ice cream machine if you're gonna make it that complicated.
Yeah, trust me. At working 3 years, yep, I've seen it all.
Yeah, but anyway, I guess on the show itself, though, it's mostly serviceable. I guess you could show it to their kids, and they probably won't care. I mean, although there was the one native scene that should not be mentioned, the grimmest native scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
What happened?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Goodbye. Although it did lead to one of the few times we had some fun on the show with them stomping the island and me going, "We should take the island and push it away." So I guess it somewhat redeemed itself there. I mean, okay, not really, but
Yeah.
it gave me something to make fun of.
Yeah.
But overall, Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. You couldn't force me to watch the next 3 episodes. You couldn't. Okay, you could pay me to, but who's gonna pay me to watch those?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. How about you pick the next one though? Because I've been picking a lot of them in a row.
All right. I'll go back to the playlist. Um. Oh, the infamous Fantastic Four, 1994.
Hey, what's going on, man? What? Look at me! Look at me! Oh! What the fuck was that scene?
Oh. And it's very sad that that movie didn't really come out like in theaters. Um, and it was a lot of like there was like a lot of hype about the movie. Like, oh, it's finally good to see a Fantastic Four movie, but you know, it didn't release in theaters. But instead, it just became like a straight to DVD type movie and everything.
Direct to video.
And yeah, direct to video. And did I said direct to DVD? Oh my god, wrong era.
I mean,
Ooh boy. Oh man.
take your time.
Oh man. But yeah, and I'm guessing why they decided to do that because honestly, that that's pretty much the beginning of just how much Hollywood has butchered the Fantastic Four franchise
Oh.
in the movie wise. Because honestly, we have still yet to have a really good Fantastic Four movie. I think the closest one that resembles an actual good one is the the first official one, starring Jessica Alba
Yeah.
as the Invisible Woman and stuff. I think that's pretty much the only good one and everything. But the whole movie itself, I'll say this, it was an alright movie. It closely resembles something what in the source material and everything, but a few changes here and there. And who could forget the infamous, oh,
Oh, the scene. I forgot to clip that. I still need to clip that scene, but yeah, the freaking Doom. It's just a case of he's not even mad. Like, yeah, okay, it happened. I accept it.
they got away.
All right then.
They got away.
It got us good too. Like we spent a few good minutes just chuckling at that.
Mm-hmm. I remember too. We were really paying attention to the first few minutes of the film. I think we're just busy talking about like the other Fantastic Four films and everything like that. So we didn't really we didn't really like understand it, you know, at the beginning. But we definitely picked it up. You know, we got everything. I'm like, okay, you know, that happened and everything. Blah blah blah. That's yeah. And it was definitely one of the few where we definitely had a good time.
Yeah, it was so much of a case of like the movie itself is just like, okay, sure, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna give much guff to it though, because it was at a point where I think Marvel was still kind of trying to figure out how they were trying to present these things like on the big screen, and then well, the rest is history later on. They had some good, some bad, and then the MCU, and then well, we all know that story.
hmm And I don't know. We still yet to find that perfect Fantastic Four movie. And hopefully, with the newly announced Fantastic Four MCU movie coming out,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, hopefully, you can't fail this, Marvel. This is the MCU we're talking about. You can't fail us.
Hopefully, because I mean, to be fair, I mean, not all of the MCU movies are winners. I mean, there's a few kind of iffy ones, but they're still like around average at worst.
hmm And I just hope this one definitely will be the greatest uh, Fantastic Four movie where they do every character justice and including giving the damn respect that Doctor Doom deserves.
Oh my, for the love of God, he's more like freaking well respected and more well respected and like has more of a legacy in the Marvel versus Capcom games.
Yeah, definitely.
But oh well. And again, I will be that guy. I kind of liked Fan Four Stick. It's okay. I'll leave. I'll leave. I know what I'm not wanted. But anyway, yes, I don't. I totally deserve that silence. Oh, there we go.
That damn glitch again.
Oh, it was the glitch. I thought you were giving me silence though because I said I liked Fan Four Stick.
Oh, well, now you get the silent treatment.
Oh, that was a fitting cut right there. Sorry, I didn't notice that. But anyway, moving on. So, I guess moving on to the next entry, looking at okay, so let's see what else do we have on here. Okay, oh, this one I know we'll have a few things to talk about. Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li. You ever see a movie that tries... Okay, we already mentioned how the Mario movie almost kind of acts as a parody of the Mario Brothers. The Legend of Chun Li, I swear, tried to make an attempt to be as little as possible to Street Fighter as it could.
Yep, exactly.
Where... What could be said about it? What could it be said? The movie didn't even make an attempt to represent its source material. And if that's the case, I don't even think I'm gonna bother giving it, like, making an attempt of trying to replicate what that movie even tried to be. I don't even remember what happened. Do you remember what happened? I don't.
It was such a forgettable movie, but honestly, I just want to know who in Capcom is giving these guys the rights to make their movies.
Yeah. Okay, the first Street Fighter movie, take it or leave it. It wasn't that great, but hey, at least we got an iconic line out of it. This movie, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one was definitely just the most forgettable. This one makes the first Street Fighter movie a masterpiece.
It does. It does actually. Yeah.
You'd be wanting to watch the first Street Fighter movie rather than this.
I'd rather watch this.
I'd
rather watch the Street Fighter cartoon over this.
Oh yeah, that too. But the whole movie itself, it was a forgettable plot. Like, it didn't represent each character the way it was. I will admit, Michael Clark Duncan as Balrog was, somewhat a good casting choice.
Yeah.
But the other ones are just, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Like, I'll admit, like, Neil, the guy who played Bison, Neil McDuff or something, I think that's the actor name. I will say this, he's a good actor and everything like that, but that role was not for him, honestly, It was just a very generic, it wasn't M. Bison, it was just more of like a generic movie villain, having a plot to take over the world and everything like that. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it was as cookie cutter as you can ask for, and he was basically there just for the sake of having a bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, he's not a bad actor. He's a great actor. He's been in great things. It's just that movie that he was in it wasn't right for him. That role wasn't really right for him and everything.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it though. But I guess if we're on the topic,
it was a very.
Go ahead.
It was like, honestly, I don't blame you. Again, like I mentioned, it's a forgettable plot. It's a forgettable movie. No one remembers the hell out of that movie.
Yeah.
No one talks about any memorable scene in that movie because there were no memorable scenes.
There was, I think there was like one moment I can recall, and it was like when Chun Li finally kills Bison, and I think we only remembered it. I think I only remember it for how kind of cartoonish it looked, but God, even that's kind of a stretch.
That and Charlie Nash telling everyone to back up because I guess that building that they're at was gonna explode.
Oh.
And it's very funny because he was very closely to that explosion, but he somehow survived.
Yeah, we all know the real Charlie Nash wouldn't have survived that, but spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
But I guess while we're on the topic of bad fighting game movies, I guess we'll give a quick mention to Tekken, which is oh god, I think it was one of the first movies we ever watched together, actually.
It was the first one that we didn't officially record, but it was pretty much the one where pretty much, got an idea of how we wanted to do it, how we wanted to do this show.
Yeah.
And I remember we were doing that fighting game movie month, where just pretty much we were watching all the fighting games based off movies and everything. And that one, I think if maybe we seen it for our first time, we'd probably get a better reaction because we already knew what was going to happen and everything like that. And stuff. But still, it was
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And it was kind of the same case with Red Heat as well, because I noticed we really loved Red Heat when we first did it, though. But on our second take, well, I guess to be fair, our second take also didn't have the subtitles as well, so we didn't understand the Russian subtext.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few instances where, like, with Red Heat, yeah, we tried to record the first time as one of those where, like, oh, the recording didn't, just ended up freaking just derping out on us and everything. Never happened, so we just decided, you know what, I think at the time we were running out of ideas, we were running out of movies, so we decided to do Red Heat and everything like that, so I think that's why we just ended up redoing it, but honestly, we already knew what was going to happen, and we just didn't really get a better reaction out of that and stuff. Just the same with the Tekken movie, but still it was pretty fun, to make fun of, like, what we had, the jokes we may had previously.
Yeah.
The first diverse viewing.
And, I almost forgot about this movie, but another failed recording we had was a Fatal Fury. Was it Fatal Fury or King of Fighters? I forgot which one it was based on.
It was King of Fighters.
It was King of Fighters. Because I do remember we did have a much better time with that than The Legend of Chun Li. So I'll give King of Fighters that. It did a better job at entertaining, as for starters.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my God. That was such a good recording, too. And that's like, the way that movie just portrayed every single character you know and love. Oh, man, it was bad. It was really bad. I mean, I don't get the whole part where freaking Mai Shiranui, infamous for her big personality.
Nice save.
A lot of people just kind of like made fun of that actress for it. And honestly, I will say this, the big personality aside, she did not do good. Because honestly, Mai Shiranui shouldn't be a main character. She's not main character material.
Yeah.
All she is a side character. And if you know about the Fatal Fury lore or the King of Fighter lore, she gets captured pretty quick. She gets captured a lot, and stuff. She's more of like a joke character, if anything, with her big personality.
And her big mouth.
Oh yeah, that too. But just the way just because like actress Maggie Q has a bigger billing than the other actors in the film, does not mean that Mai Shiranui should be a main character. That's like saying, oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Street Fighter movie, he's the bigger actor. Yep. We should make him the main character. And no, the Street Fighter movie should be about Ryu and Ken. But and then the King of Fighters movie, man. Oh man, the way they had Rugal, played by Darth Maul himself, Ray Parker.
I forgot about that.
Oh man,
you can do better, man. You can do better.
Hello?
I'm still here. I was just laughing.
Oh, okay, but yeah. Oh man, that was another miscasting in their part, and don't get me started on Terry Bogard. What did they do to him?
What did they do to him? What did they do to Terry?
What did they do to Terry? Terry, who was supposed to be, this guy who's looking out for revenge for Gene's killing his father and everything like that. But and that would have been the perfect, way to do a King of Fighters movie or like a Fatal Fury movie, but no. They made him an FBI agent with a suit on. He didn't have his traditional red vest with the star on his back with the Fatal Fury cap. No, they had him in a suit. But you know what though? That whole bullshit in the movie where like, in order to get into the fight, they put on these Bluetooths and they go into like this world, where they get the closely resembling to the outfits they wear in the game. It looks like a Great Valley version of themselves. They give frickin' Harry a bubble vest and a Fatal Fury hat. Just like in the game, I guess.
Trust me, we got it down. We know how to do this. Don't. We
No.
appreciate the effort, but thank you. Oh man.
But no. Oh my god, I wish that thing was. Oh my god, I wish that. It was a fun recording too, but sadly it's one of those.
Oh well.
Just like the Amazing Bulk, where it just.
Oh well, it happens.
It happened.
Anyway, so I guess moving on though, like forward. Oh lord, oh lord, oh god, I forgot this one. I guess I'll do a tackle two of these things. Remember the Death Machine, that crazy cyberpunk flick we saw?
Oh yes.
There was that, and there was also Hardwire too, which was kind of a similar robot cyberpunk flick.
Yeah.
Both movies though, I swear to freaking God, like the weird thing about those movies though is that apparently I heard some of the same people who did Hardwire also did Death Machine, and I'm kind of thinking to myself too, is like I think the guys who made this were fully aware of the stylistic, full glown tinted flicks they're looking at, and just go ahead.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
And kind of just looking at these films, they're kind of full. They kind of just look at these things and like, all right, then we have a limited budget. We have a scary as hell robot. What are we gonna do? Frick, I don't know. Make it as trippy as hell.
Yep.
God, I am kind of glad we did manage to get Ghostman when we did Hardwire. Because that freaking trip out scene at the end, though, with the freaking robot that looked like a DJ, and all the crazy, like, biblical references that are being thrown in, just... I'm not trying to make logic of this at all, but hey, it's a trip out scene, so who cares? If taking drugs makes you see this kind of stuff, I'm staying the fuck away from that.
Yep.
But oh man, those films, they were definitely it definitely felt like a good puff moment though right there, but anyway.
Yeah, those were definitely one of my favorite episodes doing and stuff. Like definitely there was some like good memorable like parts in that film, especially Death Machine where that guy who with the face paint yells out, "Shoryuken!"
He did do a Shoryuken. Oh my god.
And I remember we just cracked up the whole time for like a good 5 minutes.
It was the Shoryuken. I think there was a couple Yoga Flames. Oh god, there was the freaking remote control Nikita missile they used.
Oh yes, that too.
Oh lord, it was definitely some of the most fun, like definitely one of the more fun movies we saw in there. One of the more fun, competent movies we saw. Mainly because we were laughing with the movie, not laughing at it.
Yeah.
But oh man, crazy cyberpunk flicks that were there. Oh god, oh lord, oh god, I almost forgot about this one too. Okay, so combining fighting game movies and trip out scenes. You ready to talk about Street Fighter Alpha the movie?
Oh.
What the fuck was that movie?
It's a good thing we skipped over the truer Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, because that movie was a masterpiece. And we skipped over to Street Fighter Alpha. Man, I had such high hopes for that film. And like the plot of it would just seem pretty promising, you know, Ryu finding his long lost little brother and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that, learning more about his past and everything like that. But what the fuck happened?
It,
it just kind of ignored that whole thing and then just did its own thing and then everything was just like a whole like freaking acid trip.
it got. Oh,
Like there was this scene, like I think like towards the end where like the evil guy has like tubes attached to him and everything like that, and like whenever Ryu has the Satsui no Hado come out and everything, pretty much all the energy from the Satsui no Hado is like, you know, going inside those tubes into the guy, and I'm just like, and it's just very trippy, like seeing all that. I'm just like, ew.
like I'm not even like focused anymore on the odd character portrayals. Like I would say the characters for the most part were basically like their in-game counterparts, with a few oddities around that point though. At that, but after there, you just all your focus just focusing on that end scene. He absorbs all of the Satsui no Hado, and he absorbs the kid whose face is just squishing against his rubbery skin chest. Like, why? What did the film just get absorbed by some sort of freaky necro absorbing fetish acid trip? Like, what the hell is this? This is a Street Fighter movie. What does this even have to do with Street Fighter? Ernesto, is there something that happens in the game that marginally resembles that freaking last scene?
No.
No.
No,
Why?
not even that guy even made it into any of the Street Fighter movies.
He's not even like a character. Like, what was going on? Why? I still can't believe that. Like, when the hold on, I'm gonna check this out. When the hell did like we do that recording? I want to see this. Um, we did this at the beginning of the year. This was the first movie we did at the start of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. It's been that freaking long. I'm out of steam. I got nothing. Yeah. It's one of those cases where I think the movie itself was fine. It did a good enough job, and I kind of liked the little dynamic it had with Ryu and Akuma as the possible sort of connection they had. But the ending, they're just sort of like they just threw their hands up in the air and said, "You know what? Absorption. Kid in muscly body. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting it in the film. Why? Why not?" That movie speaks for itself. It's Street Fighter Alpha the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, moving on from that. I know we've covered a few other things though that had some. I think we kind of covered most of the highlights on there. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not Passion of the Christ. Okay, I already blew off all my steam when it came to Street Fighter Alpha, so Passion of the Christ. I'll just say, what the fuck, Mel Gibson? What the fuck?
It was one of those religious films that's been done a lot of times in other films. And I think this one, I guess, kind of get why Mel Gibson decided to do more of like a gruesome version of the last days of Jesus Christ and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just
That's
like all like like all it was is just constant slow mo when it's very unnecessary and stuff.
it.
And like I and then like there's a lot of like, you know, just stuff that didn't actually happen that it just pretty much changed, like, how should I say, it's like a lot of like there was some misinterpretation
Mm-hmm.
when it came to it. in the Bible it said that Jesus fell down 3 times while carrying the cross. When in the movie, he fell down a couple times, and just every single time he's falling, it's every 30 seconds, but it's in slow-mo, and it's very unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Very unnecessary. And, ugh. And in the controversy following up to it, oh boy. The controversy. That's a big one. I'm not gonna go into too detail. Like, you could just pretty much watch our, review about it. I think I go into detail about it and everything like that. But it's definitely one of those, like, we're at the end, we're like, okay, it is what it is. The movie, we respect it, but it's like, it was very unnecessary.
Yeah, it's definitely not a film to watch if you have a weak stomach. But the whole time, though, like, I can understand them trying to emphasize the effect, but I think they went too... There's definitely a lot of cases where I think they were a little too good at emphasizing it. Like, maybe just tone down a bit much, a little. That'd be appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yep.
Passion of the Christ, I guess I wouldn't expect much more from Mad Max himself. But oh boy, Passion of the Christ. Definitely a lot of passion there.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, how about you pick the next flick to talk about?
What else is here? Give me a minute. Hold on.
All right.
The Captain America movie.
Oh God. To this day, I still don't understand what was up with the freaking ears on the mask.
They literally put a fake ear on where the ears are supposed to go in the mask. But they could have probably just cut a hole on it where it could fit the ear properly.
Why? Why?
It was a film. It was a low budget Captain America film, and it happened. Yeah, it was wasn't the best, but it was okay. Again, this is early Marvel. This is like they're them trying to figure out what they can do,
Yeah, I can't really argue much against that, but I had a few laughs with Red Skull though, so I'm definitely grateful for that.
Red Skull growling like a tiger.
Oh, and there was also the random points where they kept putting text up. I remember that.
Oh yeah, it was like Washington D.C. Okay, yeah, I could kind of tell that's Washington D.C. or 40, 45 years later, and then they put the actual day. I'm like, well, yeah, I can do the math.
I can figure that out, guys.
Yeah.
Definitely glad for the first Avenger.
Oh yeah. Really glad.
Geez, we've actually covered most of the movies we've seen so far. I guess we could do kind of like a quick roundup of the others we haven't talked about. Here's one. Reptilian, a.k.a. Gary 1999. The ripoff of the Matthew Broderick 98 Godzilla flick. Because of all things to rip off, why that film? I'll give a quick summary on it. I've heard a lot of people in the kaiju community talk about how awful it is, and yeah, it's awful, right? But I don't think it's quite as entertaining as some of the stuff we've seen on the show. I mean, there's a lot of scenes that it's mostly just people talking, as well as a lot of just army men in their office. But at the same time, it's got enough corny acting, bad effects, though, and goofy monster fights to keep your attention, though. So I'm glad I saw it, but I think it was just kind of worth a watch, and that's it. Just one watch.
Mm-hmm. And I remember too. You were saying that the version that we were watching was the like the deluxe edition or something like that,
Oh yeah.
or something like.
Oh yeah.
And then like how it updated like the look of the monster and the kaiju monster and everything. And I'm like, God, I wonder how the original looks like.
Honest to God, I've actually heard reports, and I swear to God, they're not joking. They said that some of the original footage, some scenes of the monster was an exposed wireframe. They didn't even finish it.
Oh, oh wow.
Oh, so it was definitely a rush job in many ways.
Yeah.
Reptilian. Okay. After that, let's see what else we haven't talked about. We talked about Left Behind. We talked about Birdemic. We talked about Near Death. What else have we not talked about yet? We talked about Mortal Kombat. We talked about Red Heat. Jingle All The Way. Jingle.
Oh, Jingle All The Way. Yeah.
I think that was like the fourth Arnold movie we did at that point. I lost count. I couldn't remember.
We've done a bunch.
I'll give it credit. It definitely simulates the stress of trying to get that one present during a hyper commercialism point of the year. But man, oh man, sorry Arnold, you didn't get that Turbo Man, and it wasn't worth it.
Yep, it wasn't really worth it. No.
Okay, after that, let's see. Oh God, I forgot about this one. So remember when I showed you that Reddit post about that teacher who was going on about that stupid kid named Kevin?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It makes you kind of wonder how such a person could continue to walk upon the earth and not be taken down by some things. Because the amount of stuff that kid did and survived was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
And he was so...
Definitely.
And he was so unpleasant, too. But man, oh man, Kevin, if you're out there, good job, man. Let's see, Doom. I know we made a quick mention to Doom though, but most of the movie was kind of just whatever. It was kind of a weird alien Resident Evil knockoff. But hey, the one scene that emulated the game was definitely worth it.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh god. I'm here to tell you about the bossage of what Jim should have did in this situation. Jim should not have done that, because I am Dhar Mann, and I got to exhibit the whole thing like you are 2-year-olds.
Oh man, the Dhar Mann videos. Oh man, what in the world are they even?
Okay, again, the guy has his heart in the right place. I understand what he's trying to do. But hire a writer, dude. Hire a writer.
Yes.
And God, it's at that point where you could just kind of we just laughed at a bunch of moments. There was one point where we noticed that they were filming in the same parking garage, like same area. All these scenarios just take place in the same garage. Not even bothering.
And they're all just the same scenarios in different perspectives too.
Yeah. Only this time it's a parent being disrespectful to her kid or whatever. Like, okay, sure. I'll figure that out. Thank you, Dhar Mann. Oh boy. Okay, so there was Dhar Mann. Okay, then we did Hardwire. Let's see. I guess that's all that's left right now is the what was left? The Batman videos. So I guess we'll just tackle those last.
Oh. Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead since you're more knowledgeable about Batman.
So the first one we saw was Batman Forever, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. So Batman Forever. I remember Ghostman bringing up the idea of watching the Batman films. Not the good ones like Batman A 1989 or Batman Return of Honestly, I enjoyed the hell out of those movies. I thought it would have been a bad idea to watch those films. Even though we did watch Mortal Kombat, which I enjoyed which I enjoyed the hell out of and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I thought it was a really bad idea to do both Batman Returns and stuff because it's like I still enjoy the hell out of those movies, and it's really hard for me to make fun of it and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, there'll be some moments, but other than that, I don't know. So I was like, let's just skip over Batman Forever and kind of do like a quick retrospect of like the Batman film before that and stuff. And yeah, oh boy. Like I think, like I mentioned before in that video, I think if they gave it its original, like, you know, if Tim Burton was still the director
Mm-hmm.
and gave it the original idea, maybe Val Kilmer would have been a good Batman and stuff. It was like a much darker rather than just having like going back to the Adam West style Batman and everything like that. It's just everything else, just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Um.
Just everything about it was just like, wow, what the hell happened to Batman? And I'll say this, it was a decent film. It's not as bad as freaking the next movie, which is Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
It was an okay film. Jim Carrey, of course, pretty much stole the show and stuff.
Yeah. I got one thing I want to say. What was the name of the actor who played Batman? I forgot.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Yeah, I'll give a lot of credit to him though. I think for he definitely had his moments of Batman, and I think if he was just handled like a better script, I think he could have been a really good Batman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because he definitely had that, but it was just the style of the movie, how it was. It just wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
And that's why not a whole lot of people talk about Val Kilmer as Batman.
Yeah, it was very much the case of, and oh god, what was his name? I forgot who played a Robin, but
Val Kilmer? Freaking, what was his name? Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. It was the same case with Chris O'Donnell. I think he definitely had the potential to be an amazing Robin, but the script sure as hell didn't support that.
I will say this though, it's pretty funny to like give him the holy rusted metal Batman, like in the Adam West Burt Ward Robin.
Oh yeah, that was kind of like a nice little callback to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, like overall, I think Batman Forever was fine enough. But as for oh god, Batman and Robin and Batgirl, I'll let you do the honors.
But we can't forget about the infamous part in our Batman Forever video was the singing of "Kiss from a Rose."
Oh my god, I still can't believe we did that.
That was Ghostman's idea. But I will say this though, freaking, what was it? Jim Carrey and that song were the best part about the film.
Yeah, it definitely were. I'll give credit where credit is due. It was it had its moments though. So.
And it was supposed to be that U2 song. That was supposed to be the top song in that soundtrack, but it ended up going to freaking
But from what I've heard from Mr. Gilda, it's one of those so bad it's good movies.
Sorry, Bono.
Sorry, Bono. Sorry, man.
But anyway, going back, now we go to Batman and Robin. I remember it took us quite a while to actually do that one and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that film was just so bad. I remember that's probably like that's one of the fewer movies that I gave it a 1 on the technical standpoint.
Like not counting like any of the meme picks like Amazing Bulk or anything else. Oh shit, I forgot one more movie, but we'll get to it. Amazing Bulk or the next movie we're gonna talk about. But anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I remember. Oh my god, dude, it was a pain to sit through that movie again. And I remember too, we had a bunch of issues with that because I remember around that time, freaking HBO Max that came out, and they did have Batman and Robin, and I was all like, oh, you know what? Instead of like watching it through Solar Movie, we could just watch it through my HBO Max account and stuff. And oh my god, dude, it was such a pain because I guess Discord, the way we did it, because Rabbit wasn't a thing when we introduced this thing called Cast. Oh, remember Cast?
Oh, oh, I do not miss Cass.
I did not miss Cast neither. Oh my god, Cast was just an issue. I think we started using Cast. I don't remember which one, but man, there was just so many issues with that. I hated it. And I think for the longest time, freaking, we couldn't. We would rather than just. I think when Ghostman came in the picture, he brought the idea of just streaming it through Discord and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time I was at work. No, I was at work. I was home for that weekend and stuff. I remember freaking. Oh my god, Discord had this thing where like it played the video, but it didn't play the audio for some reason. It was really weird.
Yeah, for whatever reason, like it would play like the audio like on my end, but it wouldn't come to you guys. So the only way we can project it was by taking the audio that I can hear to you. So essentially means whenever you talked, you were hearing yourself talk back.
Yeah, and it was very weird. So at times where I wasn't speaking, like I would like mute myself and stuff, but like when I wanted to make a joke or something like that, or talk about a certain thing, a part of the film and everything like that, it was so annoying. I would feel like it's annoying hearing yourself whenever you're trying to record something.
Yeah, I cannot imagine how irritating that got, but I'm so glad we're finally past that point. So once again, to the people who decided to kill Rabbit and replace it with Cast, fuck you.
But hey, at least we got now invited thanks to Gaming with Class.
Oh, thank you so much, John. You are amazing.
Definitely.
But anyway, as for Batman and Robin, oh wait, go ahead.
Batman and Robin, it was definitely one of those other ones where, we had a fun time and everything like that. But again, I've seen that movie so many times. It was a pain to get through again.
Yeah.
But that was good. That was definitely good.
Yeah, for what it was, we enjoyed it. We definitely had a lot of fun times, though, mimicking Robin's constant bickering and whining, as well as the rubber lips and Poison Ivy's horror-ish, but ugh. I could have found a better phrase to say that, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Ugh. And this would have been the end of it, but oh lord, I remembered one last film we did. And I, for the love of God, can't believe I forgot this. And I swear, this movie was only rivaled by Amazing Bulk for how terrible it was, in my opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Breen's Fateful Findings.
Oh, how did you forget about that?
It was one of the few movies that actually got copyright claimed, and it was copyright claimed by him. And I'm thinking, dude, you want to claim ownership of this? Well, you can still watch it. I think it's one of the Hardwire or Hardware, whatever the hell it is. I think it's one of the Hardwire trailers on there, so go ahead and check that out if you want. But oh my god, or I don't know, it's one of the videos I did, I think, sometime at 2020. But oh my god, what were they going for? What were they going
What
for?
were they going for? It goes to show how much freaking time and effort a former real estate agent went through to make his films.
The whole film.
I'm just really glad we skipped over the other two and went straight to the more infamous one.
he's just typing at his computer. Let's see. There's a subplot of him going on of him typing on his computer. What is it? Well, let me just reveal it in just this random scene. Just no context, no official universal reason why he's doing it. Just typing on his keyboard. I'm gonna hack into these government agent things and expose them for their crimes. God damn it, the computer's beeping. Oh, well. And the whole movie is like that. I think I hate everything just summed up the movie perfectly. Half the stuff that goes in for this though just feels like a bad infomercial ad.
Yeah.
God, everything about that movie was bad. The filming was bad. The shots were bad. The acting was bad. The cuts were bad. The writing was bad. The acting was bad. The direction was bad. The story was surprisingly hard to follow. There's so many random, nefarious, notorious things that just went on. Just what?
Like what?
Faithful findings, more like faithless findings. How can anyone have faith in this? Well, apparently Neil Breen still doesn't want people uploading his film onto YouTube. So, keep fighting the good fight, Neil Breen. I wish the best of luck to you. I don't even want to take any relation to this. You got any more thoughts on it?
Yeah, I remember too. Freaking, that was such a sad moment when it got taken down. Thank you, Neil Breen, by the way.
I think I put like the download link in one of the videos I made. I don't remember which one it was. I'll probably just link it in the description of this video too. But
all right, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, that was. Oh man, I think I remember you said it best. Even the Amazing Bulk had a better plot.
yeah, it had a plot. I could actually tell what was going on. Amazing Bulk made...
I think that.
Go ahead.
I think that pretty much summed up my thoughts about the movie.
Well, how fitting. But anyway, do you got any other retrospectives you want to go on about? Because it's 1:30 where I am right now. And, oh god, this has been going on for 2 hours!
I guess we're going to have to split into this part. Into 2 parts or something.
We've literally, as this gone on, we have literally, from my time zone anyway, it has literally gone on to another year.
Yes. Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year!
But I think one thing is also the other, like the directs we did for the Nintendo, the Smash Brothers one.
Oh yeah, those were a lot of fun.
The couple ones that, and the Pokemon presentation with the reveal of Pokemon Snap 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was fun.
Have they revealed any more information on that?
No, I'm hoping they release something by this year. Technically it's 11/31 where I'm at, so not the new year yet. But hopefully, down the line they will. But also the reveal for the Fighter Pack 1 for MK11. That was a fun one. Just seeing the Joker, the original Joker.
Oh god.
Concept.
A freaking porn star, Mike Matei Joker.
Yeah. Oh, which surprise! Oh, well, actually, that's a conversation for another time. But also the Castlevania history and the Marvel history and everything like that. Oh, and
the Smash Direct from November 1st, 2018, where they revealed the Piranha Plant stuff.
Oh my
That was fun
god!
too.
Yeah, we got so many laughs out of that one. Like, I still can't believe they went ahead and did that. They put a piranha plant as a playable character. So, sorry Isaac, sorry Dante, sorry Waluigi,
Sorry, Gina.
sorry Gino. Oh god, sorry Gino. Although to be fair, we did get Sephiroth. That is still pretty cool.
Yes, yes, it is. Oh man, but oh, and also that year the Game Awards with the one we did with John. Oh man, that was.
Oh, the Game Awards. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The Muppets one.
Yeah.
The Untitled Goose, the Muppets. God. Oh crap, we didn't. I forgot to. I didn't do this one with you though, but I know you had a really good time though when Simon and Richter Belmont were revealed. That was a good time.
Oh yeah, that was definitely fun.
That was a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh god, there was the one reaction I did with Generic and DPW back in September of 2018. God, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was. Can't believe freaking Smash Ultimate came out literally 2 years ago. Well, 3 years ago. If you want to be technical.
Yeah.
3.
And so much has happened with that game. It's just, it's a crazy game. But hey, there are many other crazy games out there.
Yeah.
Just gotta branch out more.
Mm-hmm. But all in all, that's definitely, all those were just really great moments.
Yeah. Oh, there was the Resident Evil 8 reveal. I know we had a huge blow up when that happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the reveal with Chris and everything. Oh yeah, I definitely blew up on that part too.
Shoot. I know what's gonna happen though. I know from a week from now though, we're gonna remember something that we forgot to talk about. Like, oh damn, I forgot to talk about this in the video. But oh well, we can write a comment about it, I guess. But anyway, I think that's just about it. I think we've covered most of the videos we've done together.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it.
So I'll definitely have to say though, so far as of now, it's been a really fun ride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has.
Yeah, and hey, definitely for all the times we've done this though, I've definitely, it's been a good moment. Starting to look back at everything we've done. Oh my god, I'm looking back at some of the old videos. I remember that interview I did with you almost 3 years ago. God.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was a while ago too, and I took my sweet time when it came to editing that thing. I'm thinking, God, what took me so long? Although to be fair though, it's been almost 3 months since I did my last video. So, oh well. Oh well, it's the holiday season.
Oh.
YouTube's a hobby.
Yeah. Everyone gets busy during that time.
That is true, but oh well. So, well, anyway, as of now, it is currently 2021. Here's hoping for a better year. Definitely say 2020 was a fun year. Not really, but fun. But hey,
It was definitely hanging out with you guys made it all wild.
yeah, I could definitely say so. The YouTube channel was definitely not the biggest thing we did though, but oh man, all of the hanging out we did on your Discord server, Planet X, just whew, it's got some memories in there I don't think I'm ever gonna forget.
Same here.
Yeah, so overall it's been a good ride, and well, definitely more to come in 2021. The future definitely is still kind of on the horizon on what it's gonna look like, but my opinion, I think it's definitely going to get better. And hey, in my opinion, though, I'm definitely planning on pushing further with my YouTube channel. I actually just got to get back into actually making videos. So, blah.
Mm-hmm. And still, there isn't an official return to the no budget theater.
Yeah.
But when we think of something, we think of something.
Yeah, consider this sort of kind of as I don't know, a calm after the storm.
Yeah.
But oh well. We'll think of something. It's just a case of we'll make something whenever we feel like it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh well. Anyway, you got anything else to say? Cause I'm gonna pass out after this video.
No, yeah, same here. Freaking, I have to rest. Just thank you guys so much for watching the podcast conversations, the no budget theater episodes, and everything like that. Yeah, sorry we haven't been uploading anything as of late, but you know, hey, sometimes we all get busy, right? And we're again still no official word when we'll do another episode, but it'll be more of a surprise when you least expect it.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the time codes of our videos, they're not exactly short, so hey, you can always rewatch them if you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. It's always good to rewatch good episodes.
Yeah.
No, I do it from time to time.
Oh well. Anyway, take care, folks. Have a nice day, and don't watch the Legend of Chun Li. Don't watch that movie.
Don't watch the Chun Li, but have us commentate over it, and you definitely have a good time.
Yeah.
It'll make it worthwhile.
If you have to, get money for it, or get some friends. I don't know. Just don't watch that movie.
Yeah. No.
Take care, folks.
Oh, there we go. Take care, guys.